Hello Minecrafters! Today I'm going to show you how to build a fairly efficient power grid system using only 2 resources from mobs. So we'll start with a mob spawner. This will be a 7x7 structure. We're choosing that dimension because the interior is 5x5, which happens to match exactly the range of a single MFR grinder from Mine Factory Reloaded. That's what we'll use to kill the mobs. I'm just adding walls of dark glass here and using the builder's wand for speed. And I'm making this 2 high rather than 3 because we really want to focus on not getting endermen in this case, but actually creepers, because we want their gunpowder, and we're also going to collect mob essence as a liquid, both of which come from the grinder. So we'll put our grinder right in the center here, and again that'll cover the entire range of the interior. And we're going to fill the interior with cursed earth, and you need to be careful with cursed earth, of course, because it spreads rapidly like grass. I'll just go ahead and add dirt here, and you only need actually 1 cursed earth, because as I said, it'll spread to the rest of the blocks. You do want to make sure you're surrounding the area with cobble. So I'm going to add I'm going to use extra utilities, transfer nodes, and piping. You can use item ducts, fluid ducts, or any Ender IO conduits if you choose. But the main idea here is we want to grab both the mob essence, which comes in liquid form, as well as all the items that are drops from the destroyed mobs, and feed them into a central store. So the central storage in this case is going to be a portable resonant tank, or resonant portable tank, and as well as a diamond chest. And we're going to put in the center here just to kind of pool our resources in case we want to add additional spawn areas. We can do that and pipe them into the same area. You can also feed the mob essence and items into a tesseract, of course, and that way you can decouple your power grid. The nice thing about extra utility pipes is that they can carry both. Actually 3 things: energy, liquid, as well as items. So we're going to add an energy node here and just put a cell, we'll put a cell on top, and that'll be our main source of power for now. It doesn't take long for this actually becomes self-sufficient in terms of power. So we just need enough power to run the grinder for a little while. And you can see it's powered up, 32K RF, and cycling through. So now we're ready to kill mobs, and we need to drop our cursed earth. So I'm just going to add a couple of cursed earth and let the rest spread. Again, you want to be very careful. Make sure that you don't let this stuff spread, or else you're going to end up with areas that look like war zones, which I've done. So the mobs will spawn very quickly. You also want to be prepared. I was kind of slow closing it up, but you want to make sure that you seal this and just leave it sealed. If you ever need to get back in, you can actually fill the mob spawn area with water. So as soon as the mob grinder starts killing mobs, it's going to feed it into this transfer node. We're going to upgrade the nodes with speed upgrades. That'll make sure that the items are shuffled along quickly. There's our first set of mobs, and you can see we've already collected 2 gunpowder, and we have some mob essence, the green stuff in the tank, and we're going to go ahead and pipe that out. Let's see, we have 664 millibuckets, so not bad. So it doesn't take long for this. Because of the cursed earth and the number of mobs, you're gonna end up with more mob essence than you can deal with. So you can feed the rest of it into an auto spawner, or just collect it and convert it into experience if you want. So on this central store, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull items as well as liquids. And again, you could do this directly from the mob spawner, but it helps to have a central area that you can feed other spawners into. And again, that central area doesn't have to be a chest and a tank. It could simply be a tesseract. So we're going to feed this into our first layer of dynamos. And we'll start with an energy cell. This is what we're going to use to feed the dynamos into, all the power. It's currently empty. We're going to configure the cells so that there are inputs on all sides except for the top. And the reason for that, I'll show you shortly. It allows us to create a modular structure that we can just continue to stack up. And each of the energy cells on every level feed up to the next one. So there's our first set, and it looks like the dynamo is already running. So this is pumping out 80 RF a tick, each dynamo, and it's consuming gunpowder as well as essence. And now we're also picking up other items. So I'm going to go ahead and add an item filter. That's a feature in extra utilities. And we just want to filter for only gunpowder in this case. The dynamos can actually take other materials. For example, blaze powder, sugar, gas tiers, nether stars. In this case, we're just going to focus on what we can get easily. But of course, there's different power cycles if you look at the wiki for different things, with nether stars providing actually 6.4 million RF per nether star, so it's quite an efficient way of producing power. So I'm creating a ring of piping around these, and we're actually going to upgrade the transfer node rather with a pseudo round robin upgrade. And what that'll do is it'll evenly distribute, or somewhat evenly distribute, the resources, both the gunpowder and the essence across the dynamos. And this is how you can scale up. You can add just layers and layers of dynamos. As long as you have enough essence and gunpowder to go around, you only need to keep them spinning for a certain amount of time. In fact, the gunpowder I think lasts for about 100 seconds. So even if you just get one gunpowder every 100 seconds to each of the dynamos, you're set. And that's the reason I put the energy cells in the middle, is just to stabilize the power. Whether each of the dynamos is running or not, it'll still add up over the long haul. So now you can see we've already powered up 2 of them. I'll fast forward the video a little bit, just show you. It takes a little while. There goes another one. So it takes a bit for the dynamos to power up. But it's once they're powered up, they tend to stay powered, and it's a very stable system. And if you use something like gas tiers with a auto spawner and a ghast, you're going to get 1,000 seconds for every gas tier and 1.6 million RF. So it's a massive amount of power for very little work. So you can see we haven't used much energy from our original cell that's providing the power, and now we can link this cell back through, and we're already self-sufficient. So we'll stack up another cell here. We're going to draw power from the bottom, feed it to the top, so that's where ultimately your output is going to go. But you can stack these as high as you want. So the power systems become very modular. You can obviously use other, you can set up different towers that process different reactants. Like I said, sugar or blaze powder also works. So these dynamos will fill up fairly quickly, and one 5x5 mob area can support probably 24 or more. So your power system is very upgradable, and of course you can add more mob spawners to support additional dynamos. So now we'll jump to a dual configuration of 2 5x5 spawn pads feeding a single tesseract that, along with a auto spawn area of gas, is feeding this array of 4 towers. Each tower has 24 reactant dynamos. So lots of power, over 7K per tick. Also, we have over 500,000 millibuckets of essence left over. We're feeding the power into that resonant energy cell array. So it's a very flexible and upgradable system that can probably feed most of your mid to end game needs. Thank you.